What's good, Washington fans? Big game on Sunday, man. This is a must-win game, in my opinion. This is a must-win. The Falcons, this is a team that we have to beat. This is a team that, in my opinion, I think we should beat. But I can't even confidently say that because our defense has been atrocious through the first 3 games. We're basically in the bottom 5 of every statistical category. Third down defense, yards allowed, pass yards. We've just been bad, bad communication, the chemistry throughout the defensive line. You look at Marcus Spears talking about guys being selfish and undisciplined. I don't know if it's being selfish, but it's definitely guys hunting for a sack. Chase Young doesn't have a sack, so he really wants that sack. So he's rushing to the outside every time, doing that same move to the outside. And the quarterback gets to step up in the pocket while Daron Payne is doing his job and winning his matchup. Montez Sweat as well, hunting for a sack as well. So this defense right now is really, really, really bad. This is awful. It's not living up to the hype. It's not living up to expectations. Guys got to step up. This is a must-win game. It is, because you look at our schedule: Saints, Chiefs, Broncos, Panthers, Cowboys. Who else? We just got some tough teams. The Buccaneers, the Seahawks with Russell Wilson, even though their defense has been trash. You look at the remaining schedule, and we do have the toughest schedule. I looked at there was the list of the toughest remaining schedules. It's between us and the Giants. I looked at the Giants' schedule. Their schedule is brutal too. I see the Giants going 0-10, to be honest with you. If we lose this game, it could be a long skid. It could be a long season. And another reason why I think it's a must-win, you can already hear the rumors in the local media stirring the pot right now. The pot is going to be stirred all the way if we lose this game. All the leaks come out in D.C. all the time when things go bad and things go wrong. But I'm hoping it's different with Ron Rivera. I'm hoping it's different with this new regime. But we already know how when things go wrong, fingers start pointing, the leaks come out and the rumors come out. So I could just see it going downhill from here. If we do lose to the Falcons, which is probably our most winnable game for the next 5 or 6 games that I see, until we play against the NFC East opponent. And we play the Raiders too. The Raiders are undefeated. Derek Carr won the freaking AFC Player of the Month. So the schedule is just brutal, man. It's a first place schedule. It is what it is. This is a must-win game. And I think we all know this deep down inside. This is a must-win game. Cannot go 1-3 against the Saints and the other teams we got to play coming up next week. So let's get into the preview here. I just have to get that off my chest. This is a must-win game, man. It really is. This is Taylor Heineke's homecoming game. He's from Atlanta. He set some passing records. He broke Quavo from Migos' record in Atlanta with passing yards or something like that. We already know Kyle Smith. Everybody loves Kyle Smith. He's like a vice president, GM or whatever, player personnel with the Falcons. Fabian Moreau was on the Washington football team last year, so I think we really should target him. I think we should go after him in this game. Let's get to the injury report, and then as always with the preview, we're going to get to key matchups. We're going to get to and keys to victory as well, and then we'll get to my score prediction at the end of the video. So Antonio Gibson showed up on the injury report, was in street clothes today or had his jersey, no pads on, with a shin injury. And Ron Rivera said it's just precautionary, so hopefully he does suit up and play. I didn't see the injury in the game, but, things happen. Hopefully he can play. Brandon Sheriff was a full participant with a chest injury. That's probably from running into the wall against the Bills. Ben St. Juste with a concussion did not practice today. I hope he can play. It is what it is. Darryl Roberts has got to step up. This is why we cut Jimmy Moreland, because, Ron Rivera believes in Darryl Roberts. He believes in Torrey McTyer. So hopefully those guys can step up if Ben St. Juste is not available on Sunday. Charles Leno, rest, was a full participant. Matt Ioannidis with a knee injury did not participate. So we'll see if he plays or not. On the Atlanta Falcons side, defensive tackle Marlon Davidson, ankle, did not practice. Wide receiver Russell Gage, ankle, did not practice. Frank Darby, calf injury, limited. Colby Gassett, illness, limited. Eric Harris, the safety, back, limited. And A.J. Terrell, concussion, was a full participant. So A.J. Terrell is the corner from Clemson that De'Ami Brown cooked in college, where he waved his hand in the air and told Sam Howell to pass him the ball, and he just ran right past A.J. Terrell. So he is their #1 corner. A.J. Terrell is a solid corner, but he can be had. I like the matchup with Terry McLaurin. I like the matchup with Terry McLaurin versus Fabian Moreau. I love the matchup with Terry McLaurin versus Fabian Moreau. And I really like the matchup with him versus A.J. Terrell. I don't see any corner for the Falcons really sticking Terry McLaurin. This is a game where we need to target Terry McLaurin, feed him. He does lead the league in contested catches so far through 3 games. He needs the football in his hands. for us to win this game. He needs the targets like he did in that Giants game. He needs 14 targets once again for us to win this football game. So let's do the scouting report on the Atlanta Falcons. They are ranked 17 in the pass defense. They're pretty darn bad. They lost to the Eagles. They let Jalen Hurts go crazy on them, and then they beat the Giants by 3. It was a back and forth game. It was 2 bad teams. Either team really could have won that game, but the Giants, they fold under pressure just like they did against us. And who else did it? They lost to the Buccaneers 45-24. Well, that game was closer. It was actually closer than what the score indicates. Matt Ryan threw 2 pick sixes in that Buccaneers game, and then it just got ugly after that. So you look at their defense. Their defense is pretty underwhelming, kind of like ours has been. They're ranked 17 in the pass defense. They're ranked 27th in pass completion percentage allowed. They allow 70% pass completions. They're 19th in run defense, 23rd in yards per carry. They allow 4.5 yards per carry. So I think that's why we need to really run the football against them. Defensive quarterback rating, they're ranked 29th. Every quarterback that has played so far against them has an average of 117.9 quarterback rating. Like I said, Jalen Hurts had a heck of a game. Tom Brady had a heck of a game. And Daniel Jones, he had a solid game against the Falcons. They're ranked 23rd on third down defense. We are 31st in third down defense. They gave up 43% on third down defense. We're both trash on third downs. And then offensively, they have been pretty darn bad themselves. They're 23rd in yards per carry, 3.8 yards per carry, and 28th in yards per game on the ground. They got Cordarrelle Patterson and Mike Davis. Mike Davis he's a solid running back. He's not bad. Cordarrelle Patterson, this is a game where he could cut us up. He's a good punt returner, kick returner. He's just a gadget guy, a position flectional guy. He can play running back. He can play wide receiver. This is a game where he could cut us up. If we don't come correct and play like we did in these first 3 games, I could certainly see him cutting us up, carving us up. Same thing with Mike Davis, too. Matt Ryan has been iffy this year. He's had a down year so far. He's ranked 29th out of 32 quarterbacks in quarterback rating. He's 27th in yards per game passing the football, and he's 28th in yards per pass attempt with 6 yards per pass. So he's basically dinking and dunking, kind of like Alex Smith checking down out there right now. So their offense is not explosive at all so far. They do have Calvin Ridley, a very good wide receiver. They got, of course, Kyle Pitts. This is the game where Kyle Pitts would go crazy. This is probably going to be, hopefully it's not Kyle Pitts' breakout game, but him against John Bostic, that's a scary matchup in my opinion. Like I said, Cordarrelle Patterson. They got Hayden Hurst, who's a decent tight end number 2. They got some guys that could definitely carve us up for sure. Felipe Franks has been playing tight end. He's kind of like a Taysom Hill player. Played quarterback at Arkansas and Florida. I kind of like Felipe Franks. I liked him as a quarterback in college. I thought maybe he could have been a 6th round or 7th round pick or a practice squad quarterback for the Washington football team. But Matt Ryan has struggled so far. He struggled under pressure. We got to get to Matt Ryan. It is what it is on that part. We got to get to him. So key matchups. Kyle Pitts, Jamin Davis is going to have to play. We got to get some Khalil Hudson in there too. Kyle Pitts versus Jamin Davis. Jamin Davis did a good job at Kentucky versus Kyle Pitts. I don't like the matchup with Kyle Pitts against John Bostic. Cole Holcomb, he's been up and down this year. But the middle of the field, we got to stop the middle of the field. We got to stop tight ends. Dawson Knox cut us up. The middle of the field is just terrible. It's always wide open. It's so easy for guys to convert on third downs. I've already said Terry McLaurin versus A.J. Terrell. De'Ami Brown, we'll see how he can do. And then William Jackson versus Calvin Ridley. He's got to show up. He's got to be our number 1 corner. I thought there was a phantom pass interference against him in the Bills game. But the Giants game, he's had an up and down season so far through 3 games. Darius Slayton ran right past him. Had a pass interference on Kenny Galladay that could have been a touchdown as well. So he's still getting adjusted to the system with Jack Del Rio. We already know he's a press man corner. And he's still trying to adjust to Jack Del Rio. Jack Del Rio, will he be on the hot seat after this game? If we lose, then, hey, it is what it is on that part. After losing 4 games. And Jack Del Rio, his defense kind of has been figured out. And we always struggle against mobile quarterbacks. The great thing about this game is Matt Ryan is not a mobile quarterback. But the thing is, majority of quarterbacks nowadays are mobile quarterbacks. So the fact that we are always struggling against mobile quarterbacks, that's an indictment on Jack Del Rio, too. Letting Daniel Jones run wild, letting Josh Allen run a little bit, too. Mitchell Trubisky run a little bit in the game as well at the end of the game. It's inexcusable. Jack Del Rio has to make adjustments. He has to send a cornerback blitz, a safety blitz. Some of the few times we have sent some safety blitzes, some corner blitzes, it has where Kendall Fuller in that sack in the Giants game. We just got to mix it up. We got to show something different. I know we're sitting back in zone on third downs. Guys just flying wide open. The best receiver on the field, Stephon Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders. Guys being wide open. Kendall Fuller has to step up and play better. I want to see a better game from him in this game. I want to see some other guys step up too, like I said, Darryl Roberts if he has to play. Landon Collins, I want to see him be explosive in the box. I want to see him on a safety blitz. I want to see him tearing it up in the backfield. Cameron Curl flying around. Our back end has to play a lot better. They got to communicate better, a lot better. Montez Sweat versus Caleb McGarry. I'm going to say he's their right tackle. I think that's a matchup that Montez Sweat should definitely win. All our guys should win their matchup against their offensive line. Deron Payne and John Allen versus Jalen Mayfield. He is their rookie left guard. He has been ranked at the bottom of Pro Football Focus for the first 2 games that he played. He did play better in that 3rd game, but Jalen Mayfield, that's a guy that Deron Payne and John Allen need to dominate. This pass rush needs to dominate. They got to win their matchups. No excuses. Everybody has to play as a unit, play together. They got to win their matchup. Chase Young, we're looking at you, man. You got to make something happen, man. Even if it's not a sack, at least be impactful. We got to get our hands up in the air, bats and passes, strip sack, something. I want to see some energy. I want to see something. We got to see something out of Chase Young. We got to see something. He's been trying, not getting there. We got to see something other than just a speed rush. Do a counter move. Do a spin move. Do something different. You know, we got to see something different from Chase Young. My keys to victory here. Let's get the keys to victory. So, start fast. We have been terrible on defense. We started out down. The Chargers game started down. The Giants game started. Every game we started down. Every time somebody gets the ball first, they score a touchdown very easily. We have not stopped the team. We haven't even held a team to a field goal. They just get touched. They get 7 points on the board real quick, real easy. Offensively, we've been terrible. We haven't scored on our first drive either. So we cannot keep having Taylor Heineke start down. He's not the quarterback that's going to be down 21-0. Every game he's been in, basically, he's had to claw us back in every game. Chargers game coming out down. Tampa Bay, we started out down. Panthers game came in as a reliever, down by, 2 scores. Giants game down. Every game. Bills down 21-0, getting skunked. Can we please help out Taylor Heineke and not so he doesn't have to feel like he has to be the man? He does have to be smarter and make smarter decisions. But him starting out down 21-0, he's pressing too much. He does have to learn that too. He needs to use his legs. Another key for me is Taylor Heineke being smart in the pocket and use his legs. You know, use what got you here, the legend of Taylor Heineke. You were running around. If you see an open field, don't just try to force the ball into triple coverage. Take off and run. Get that 10 yards. There was times against the Bills where the field was wide open to the point where he definitely could have got at least 5, 7, or 8, or 10, even 10 yards. Because he is fast, he is mobile. Use that strength to your advantage. He is a mobile quarterback. He is a guy that is fast and that can run. He has to use that to his advantage. So another key for me is getting your hands up in the passing lane. Matt Ryan, like I said, he threw both his pick sixes were tipped against the Buccaneers. I think one of them were tipped, and then he also threw a couple passes to the Giants defenders that definitely should have been intercepted. So we got to take advantage of those opportunities. Kendall Fuller, you cannot drop an interception. If the ball is in the breadbasket, you got to bring the football down. You got to catch that against the Bills. That could have been a pick six. Hands up in the air. That's what we were really good at. Deron Payne tip passes. Montez Sweat last year, tip passes. Chase Young last year. We got to get back to that. Got to get back to that. Run the football. Antonio Gibson. The only thing stopping him right now is Scott Turner. Every time he gets the ball, in Giants game he played well. Chargers game I thought he played well. We were just down so much against the Bills. It was hard to run the football when you're down 21-0. We were down, only by 7 at one point. But Scotty Turner, he's got to believe in the run. And our offensive line is number 1 in run block win rate at 80% right now. We have the best run blocking offensive line right now, statistically. And also Sam Cosmi has been doing a good job of run blocking. So play to our strengths, man. Make it easier on Taylor. So set up the play action for him. Taylor Heineke's really good with play action. So run the football. Help this offensive line out. Help this offense. Like I said, feed Terry McLaurin. Once again, I don't see any of these corners being able to stick Terry McLaurin, to be honest with you. Pass rush, I already said that. We got to win our matchups. Third down defense, we got to get off the field. Third down offensively, we have to be better. We are terrible on third downs. I think we're like 9 for 54 on third downs or something. We're dead last in third down conversion rate. Clock management, Ron Rivera has to be better with clock management. Like I said, things from last year, some decision making, even this year. Sometimes you gotta feel the room. Riverboat Ron. Are you gonna be Riverboat Ron, where you you just have a feel of the game when it's the right move to go for 1 on 4th down. It's 4th and 1. We got momentum. Go for it sometimes, man. Scared money don't make no money. So he has to get a good feel of the game. Clock management, time of possession. We got to win that as well. Curtis Samuel. Forgot to mention Curtis Samuel, man. He did practice today, and he looked pretty good from what I heard. I heard he looked pretty good. He looked fluid. From what I saw, it's hard to make an opinion on it. I do want to see. I wish I could see him in a game. Hopefully he does play on Sunday. We'll see what they say. Special teams, of course, super important. DeAndre Carter's been a decent job running back kicks, running back punts, and whatnot. He's been doing a solid job of that. I thought we done a decent job of punt coverage. Isaiah McKenzie did have a good punt return or kick return, but they have a good kicker, Young Ho Koo. He is a solid kicker. And then Dustin Hopkins, man, this game might come down to a field goal as well. I think this is going to be a close game. This is going to be another dogfight game. This is going to be a dogfight game. It is. This is going to be a dogfight. I already have a feeling it's going to be a dogfight game. It's going to come down to the wire. It really is. I do have us winning this game. I do have us winning this game, though. I think it's going to be 23-17. It's going to be a nail biter. It really is. It's going to be a nail. I think Taylor Heineke is going to throw a beautiful pass to Logan Thomas to get us to 23. We're going to be down 16-17, and it's going to be the fourth quarter, and then Taylor Heineke's going to throw a touchdown to Logan Thomas. There's going to be 2 minutes left on the board, or, you know, it's going to be about a minute and 50 seconds left in the game. Our defense is going to have to get a stop, and our defense finally steps up. I think this is going to be an awakening game for Chase Young. I really think this is going to be a bounce back game for him. I do have him getting a sack. Other wide receivers need to step up. You know, if Curtis Samuel doesn't play, we need De'Ami to step up. We need Humphreys to step up. We need Cam Sims to step up. We need somebody to be an X factor to help out. Jaden McKissick, Jared Patterson, they need some more touches. I think this is going to be a good game for Jaden McKissick. I got Logan Thomas having a big game as well, but we have to stop Kyle Pitts. We have to stop Calvin Ridley, and we have to get after the quarterback. Those things are imperative. We got to get our hands up in the passing lane. We got to finish this game, and we have to start fast. I want to score first. I hope we win the coin toss. Or even if we lose it, I hope we get the ball first. Run the ball, Antonio Gibson. With this injury, hopefully it's not too bad. Go out there with that shin injury and just run hard, man. Screen passes. We need some more screen passes. The screen passes we've thrown to Antonio Gibson, we haven't done it much, but I want to see some more quick passes to Antonio Gibson from the offensive side. So, all right, you guys, 23-17. That's what I got. I got Taylor Heineke throwing a touchdown pass to Logan Thomas to win the game, and then our defense actually does step up and get a stop against Matt Ryan. They do march down the field, but they need a touchdown. They get to about our 20-yard line. Matt Ryan throws it up and just does not convert, and that's the game. And the Washington football team is 2-2 going up against the New Orleans Saints the next week. So, all right, you guys, Hilton football team, peace.